DDM 2024.07 sees a number of enhancements to the SolidEdge interface for the generation of neutral file formats. I'm going to use the example of this small bracket here. If I open this to its own window, we can see that this is a sheet metal part. Okay, so we have an option here, neutral files. So in here we have the ability to manually attach neutral files to your part if they have not been configured automatically at an admin level. So if you just wanted to add, for example, an STL file to this particular part, we can do that here. Okay. Now, if I open the properties of this part from DDM and we look at the attachments, we can see here we've got a step file, an STL file, but also for this model we have a DXF file. So if I remove this, because this is a sheet metal part, and because if we go to our DDM administration, so we log in as the DDM administrator. Okay, if we go to CAD neutral files, when a user saves, for SolidEdge we can now include 3D flat pattern DXF. So if your sheet metal part has a flat pattern attached to it, we can automatically create DXF of that, in addition to all of the other neutral file formats. We also have PDF, DXF and DWG for drawings. So if we now go back to our part inside SolidEdge, if I save this part away, with my neutral file switched on in the top right hand corner, based on the administration settings, this will automatically generate my DXF profile of that sheet metal part. Okay, so if I go back into the properties now and we look at the attachments, I now have my DXF of this particular sheet metal part. Okay, another enhancement related to sheet metal items or related to neutral files, if I load the related drawing. Now you can clearly have multiple drawings to a single part or assembly. Well, this is obviously a detailed drawing, but you might have a second drawing sheet for DXF only. We now have the option inside the DDM window on neutral files that for drawings we only have a single sheet drawing here. But if we have multiple sheet drawings, we can choose which one of the sheets wants the DXF, PDF or DWG, so that we're not creating it for every sheet. A really nice, useful enhancement to DDM 2024.07. The other enhancement is for the action server. So in addition to being able to generate neutral files on user save, we have an action server that can be installed on a separate machine. It must have access to a SolidEdge license, but as you can see here, we can also have the same settings so that your files can be processed automatically in the background. Now here, 3D flat pattern parts is switched off, but if this was switched on, then it would process and run all of those automatically in the background. So really good enhancements to the SolidEdge interface for DDM 2024.07 related to the generation of neutral file formats.